Hi guys, it's Ricky and this is Ricky Reveals. So, I'm picking up on someone who is, trying to break free from a narcissist. I don't think they have put it together that they're dealing with a narcissist, but they are. And so, I got some, warning signs of narcissist to how hopefully this person will watch this video and this will help them pinpoint the fact that they are dealing with a narcissist. And as a survivor of a narcissistic relationship of 9 years, I'm telling you, get out as soon as possible. If you're resonating with what I'm about to say, you need to get out as soon as possible. Narcissists are evil, soulless beings. They only care about themselves, and they really don't even care about themselves. But they definitely don't care about anyone else. Okay. So, a couple ways to know whether or not you're dealing with a narcissist. Narcissists love to play the victim. To reel you in, they tell you these horror stories of their ex that makes you want to serve them in any way. I mean, they tell you these horrific stories that just make your heart just bleed for them. And it's not until later on when you're already roped in. And, but yeah, so they'll tell you these horrific stories, like what their ex did this, and this to them, and blah, 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 blah. And it makes you want to like hold these people and like rock them and like make them like let them know everything's gonna be okay, like type bleeding heart stories. Only for you to find out later on, once they've already roped you in hook, line, and sinker into a relationship with them, that the things they told you about their ex was actually true about them. And usually you find this out by overhearing them tell someone else like a fight that you and them had, except they're telling that person the shit that they did, but they're saying you did it. Then that's usually how you figure out that they're like that. Like the guy I was with for 9 years, I watched him one time. We were at a party. I watched him go over to this girl over here, and he whispered something into her ear. And then he went across the room to another girl and whispered the same thing in her ear that he whispered in the other girl's ear, and then he came back over and stood next to me, and like, it was like he said action. Like he was the director of a movie, and he just like gave the actors their motivation. But literally, he started a fucking conflict between these two girls on a bullshit lie. Like, he told the one girl that this girl said this about her, and whenever it said the same thing to that girl, but said that girl said it about her. And then sat back and watched the drama play out. And he got off on it, like he was God or something. And then one time, my dad got married to my stepmom. My dad and my stepmom told me and my ex that they had actually officially gotten married in the hospital that morning because my grandmother was on her deathbed, and my dad wanted his mom to see him get married. So they officially were already married, but they didn't want anybody to know that because they didn't want to feel like that they got cheated, like by coming to the wedding to a couple that was already married. And the first thing he did when they walked away from us was he walked right over to the DJ, which the DJ was like my stepmom's best friend or whatever, and said, "Hey, did you know they're already married?" My dad was so pissed at him. But yeah, so they will sit there and tell stories and say that somebody else did something that they actually did. But they'll have you believing that whatever they're telling you is God's honest truth. But it's part of the reason why it's easy to believe them is because they believe themselves. They believe their own lies. Narcissists lack the ability to apologize and take accountability. If you do get them to apologize, it's clearly fake and they make it obvious. They make it so obvious that the only reason they're saying it The only reason they're saying they're sorry or taking accountability is because you want them to. Oh, okay, well, since you want me to say I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Yeah, I did that because you said I did it. Type shit. Like, they will not actually genuinely apologize for nothing or take accountability for nothing. So that's one red flag to know whether or not you're dealing with a narcissist. And if they ghost or use the silent treatment to punish you, that's another severe red flag that you're dealing with a narcissist. I got these dates: April 3rd, 2022, July 10th, 1963, November 14th, 1964, February 12th, 1997, October 3rd, 1993, March 11th, 1966, June 13th, 1986, and January 14th, 1982. I got these numbers: 746, 565, 713, 523, 922, and 709. And I got these letters: HFAZWRQYNR. So any of that could be significant, or if it resonates, this could be your reading. Definitely if you're dealing with a narcissist. Here's some zodiacs. What zodiacs are significant for this reading? Pisces and Gemini. Sagittarius. Scorpio. Aries. And Cancer. That's funny. My narcissist was an Aries, and I believe one of the Cancers I dated was a narcissist as well. Okay, let's see. Get some of these. Taurus can be significant. Oh, so yeah, any of these zodiac signs could be your sign, or they could be your narcissistic partner signs. And I feel like there's a Taurus that's dealing with the narcissistic Gemini. Better Than I Know Myself, Iceland, Ohio, I Was Paid to Do It, Larry, John 3:16. So anyone that I'm talking to, somebody's a dirty cop too, but and you're dealing with a narcissistic spouse, God just wants you to know He does love you, and if you go to Him, He will get you out of the situation. Somebody's sorry, and it's probably someone, it's probably you saying you're sorry to someone that has tried to help you, and you refuse the help because you're so far in. You've got that. It's almost like Stockholm syndrome, where like you sympathize with your tormentor. Tuesday, 60s. Somebody could be born in the 1960s, or somebody could be in their 60s. Kim, Vermont, Uganda. Let's Travel the World Together. February, somebody's in their 30s. London. Big D, Billy, Haley, Connecticut, November, and I'm bisexual. A lot of narcissists, I think, are bisexual because narcissists have this canny way of weaponizing sex. And like the one I was with, he was a fucking pedophile. I turned him in and sent him to prison. But it's a part of their control freak mentality. So I definitely think, I'm not saying all narcissists are bisexual, but I think most of them are. Because even the guy I was with, he like openly considered himself gay, but get a couple beers in him and he would eat some pussy. Somebody is realizing that the path they've chosen or the relationship they've chosen was the wrong choice. They picked the wrong person, or they just picked the wrong relationship to get into. And they're really trying to figure their way out. But once a narcissist has you and you've experienced that kind of abuse, like prolonged abuse, it's really hard to get yourself out because you sympathize with the motherfucker and you really want to believe they're not evil when they really are. But when you're a normal person or an empathic person, because usually more often than not, the empathic narcissistic paradigm, narcissists tend to gravitate towards people who are very empathic or empathetic. But once you're in that web, it's hard as hell to get yourself out. But I do think whoever I'm speaking to, you've got someone that's going to come in and they're going to offer you a way out. And it's going to be a solid way out. You might even get blessed by your person going to jail. But there's definitely going to be an opportunity for you to break free from this relationship if you so choose to take it. Trust me, I know more than anybody. 9 years. There were several times in and out of that I could have... I did get out, but I went back. So, I mean... It's one thing to get out, it's another thing to stay out. But you gotta pull their own bullshit on them. When you get out, you gotta go no contact. Because if you resume contact with them, they will suck you back in. Yeah. This person, whoever I'm speaking to, you've just gone through... you've just experienced one of the, probably a discard. And now, well, could be a discard or it could be any one of their narcissistic episodes, but whatever it is, this narcissist in this situation has realized it's an empty win because this person's seeing through the bullshit. They're finally starting to see the patterns and the cycles, and they're not feeding into that. So this they've got themselves far enough out to where they're not feeding into the bullshit the way the narcissist wants them to. And whoever this is noticing that this trick did not work on this person this time around. And so it's got them scared. But which has got me scared for the person that's the victim, because if the narcissist knows what they did isn't working, then they're going to go and try and like kiss and make up real quick. Can't make it up. They're gonna try to use sex to make it all better. My ex used to do that to me all the time. There was times when we would still have the blood running down our faces from beating each other up, like, and we would have sex before we even wiped the blood off of us. It was. I mean, I'm grateful for going through it because, for one, it's made me a strong person, and I also can help others, like, who may be on the path to go through that and pull them out before, or help them get out of the bullshit before they have to actually get that deep in. But when I step back and I think about all the things I went through and how many times I got away and then went back, it really kind of makes me want to smack myself. That's another key or red flag with narcissist. They control the bedroom. Like, they only do it when and how they want. I mean, they might give you a couple little leeways, but for the most part, they're going to do what they want, or they ain't going to do it at all. Something is changing fast for this person. And this could have been a physical altercation. This could have been a domestic violence suit. And the narcissistic partner is going to jail. And that could be another reason why they consider this an empty win. Because they started the fight so that they could go cheat or go do something they wanted to do, but yet be able to point the finger and blame the victim. But this time around, because whatever, somehow the cops got called or whatever, the narcissist is going to jail and the victim's actually getting a chance to get away. July 6th is significant. June 7th. November 6th and 7th. So this could have just happened a couple days ago. And this person is probably crying alone on their bed, trying to decide, do I pack my shit and run, or do I come up with the money and bail this person, bail him out and get him out? I'm telling you right now, if you want to save your life, pack your shit and run. They will be just fine. Because you may not get another opportunity to get away from them if you don't take this one. If that's resonating. It's not a joke. Like, my ex brought me within an inch of my life more than once. I have a scar on the back of my head that goes down the entire back of my head. I had to get 15 staples where he just thought it was cute and funny to beat my head into a wall until I passed out. I woke up in the hospital with 15 staples in my head. Yeah. You are an earth angel. You are a chosen one, and you're special. You're meant to do some really good work. Like, you're possibly a healer. That's one of the reasons you were able to get wrapped up into this shit with this narcissist. You're needed here in the physical realm, and you're going to help a lot of people. So, God and the angels are giving you this opportunity to get away. Take it. July 14th is significant. Don't stress about the money. Don't stress about anything. You will be taken care of. You'll be more blessed and more abundant the further you get away from this person. I'm sure if this is resonating, you probably remember life before this relationship, and you probably were more abundant. You probably actually felt like cursed in your finances since you got in with this person. Somebody drives a Cadillac. Somebody drives an Audi. Somebody drives a convertible. Somebody could be in the hospital. And for one person, this isn't a romantic relationship. This is your mother. Your mother's a narcissist, and they have been making you feel like a little child your entire life. And this is God's way of giving you a gift out and to get out from underneath her. Because you're probably 35 to 50 years old and she's still treating you like you're 10. Whoever this is you're dealing with, they're emotionally immature. They're incapable of feelings. They're a narcissist. Narcissists do not function. Their brain does not function the same way normal people do. They don't have normal emotions. They don't have any empathy. They cannot empathize. It's impossible for them to empathize. So any kind of apology or, any kind of emotion they show you, it's fake. It's a show. They're actors. So, whoever you're dealing with, they're going to come in and crocodile tears and tell you they're sorry, it'll never happen again, blah, 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 fucking blah. But it's all an act. It's all just a show to get you to keep you from leaving. You need to get in your car, get on a bus, get on a plane, whatever, and get the hell out of Dodge. Somebody could drive a Dodge. How many more nights do you want to spend like this? Crying, having nightmares, and reliving the beatings, the mental abuse. You do not deserve this. You are lovable. You deserve to be loved. And this ain't love, baby girl, baby boy. This is a fucking sex-crazed, sex addict, drug addict, alcoholic. Most narcissists have some kind of addiction. They may not have all of them, but they're addicted to something. And more often than not, sex is the one that gets narcissist. But I've seen the one I was with, anything will do. But they are very impulsive, very they're like a child. They're like a child in an adult's body. They make impulsive, reckless moves. They have no financial control whatsoever. They have no control of who they put their dick in, or whose dick they let inside of them. They do what they want in the moment. Then they have no, they don't think about the future or the consequences of what they do. Their actions in that moment. It's just, if it sounds good or it feels good, they do it. And then later on, they deal with the consequences, but they don't ever think about it in the moment. The narcissist will never, ever say, well, maybe I shouldn't do this because I'll go to jail, or because I can get an STD, or because I could lose my partner. No. They do what they want to do, and then because they think they're smarter than everybody, and they think they can talk themselves out of anything. So they think whatever consequences that could arise from whatever they choose to do, they'll be able to talk themselves out of it and get themselves out of it. Trust me. It could work for your whole life, but I promise you, there's going to come that one day when you're going to do something that you cannot talk yourself out of. To the victim that I'm speaking to, God is offering you the gift of a way out. You need to take it. Trust me. That person you're with, they'll have a new supply by tomorrow. You are not a human to them. You are just a source of energy that they could suck off of. And trust me, the minute they know you're gone, they will just work their ass off until they have somebody else. And usually, narcissistic people are physically attractive, and they're very charismatic, and they're very charming, and seductive. So it doesn't take them long to find a supply. You are not going to hurt this person by saving yourself. Drop them burdens and ghost this motherfucker. Do to him what he would do to you, or do to her what she would do to you. And go and step into your power and become the leader you're meant to be. The healer you're meant to be. Go and step into your power and claim your throne and help people in the world that have been through what you've been through. And that's the motherfucking truth. If you listen to my advice, I promise you before the end of November, God is going to bless you in the most amazing way. And to let you know you did the right thing, and that now you could actually you could become a vibrational match to your purpose and your life's mission. Ugh. Somebody's name could start with a U, first, middle, or last. I'm childish, petty, and vindictive. I did sleep with all of them out of spite. My ego was bruised, and I wanted you to hurt because I was. Classic narcissist. Narcissist will sleep with your siblings, even your parents, just to hurt you. I'm telling you, they use sex as a weapon. Perception is reality. The universe is what you say it is. Definitely another very big narcissistic trait. The narcissists live in their own reality. They don't. See, narcissism stems from a very traumatic childhood incident where it was so traumatic, the person couldn't handle the reality of it. So, they literally had a psychotic break that's never healed. So, they literally don't live in reality. They have created their own reality, and they're the only person that lives there. L. Someone needs to stay off online dating. Oh, and also, that is another thing you need to be warned about. Once you piss off a narcissist, they can smile on your face and pretend they love you, whatever. But the minute you inflict any kind of hurt or shame to a narcissist, they're an enemy for life. They will hate you for the rest of they will try to figure out a way to hurt you for the rest of your life. So, once you get away from them, you can never go back. Because they will pretend to like you and love you just to get you back in, just so they can hurt you. Somebody has done something that they are being followed by the FBI or the CIA. The gift of healing comes from within. So if you're resonating, you need to take some time, 3 to 6 months. I mean, at the bare minimum 3. But I would say 6 months to a year, depending on how long you've been in this cycle of abuse. How long the relationship's lasted. But you really need to take a good, solid season to heal. Because you have no idea the amount of damage that you have suffered. The long-term psychological effects of narcissistic abuse are, I still suffer like certain things, and I got out of that relationship. I've not seen that man since 2018, and we've not been together since 2015. And there's still certain triggers and traumas, like the slightest thing will make me jump. I'm like, if anyone comes at me aggressively, I buck up. Like, I can't help it. Like, cause I have that fear that they're going to hurt me. So I have to buck up and like be prepared to fight, even though I know I'm getting to the point to where I'm not that bad, but it took a long time because of what that man did to me. There was one time I was black and blue and purple on the inside of my ear, all the way across my face. My nose was broken. Well, the time when I found his kitty porn. Like, he literally tried to kill me. Just by the grace of God, I didn't die. But like for like 2.5, 3 weeks, it looked like I was wearing a Batman mask. That's how bad he fucked me up. Z. Someone could be 33, or somebody's a life path 33. Tulips could be significant. Somebody, narcissist and black magic. This person could have used spell work on you to get you to reel you in. Somebody lives in Lutz, Florida. X. Tux. Tuscaloosa, Alabama could be significant. Somebody could wear extra large shirts. I think somebody actually has been trying to get, I think the psychological effects have started to really affect somebody, and they have reached out for help. That person crying on their bed, like in their bedroom, on their bed, I think they have realized they can't take it anymore. If they don't get out, it's going to kill them. 22. Someone could be 22 or life path 22. State Road 22 is significant. Someone either lives on State Road 22 or they travel it on a regular basis. Your time is coming. Be patient. You're doing an awesome job. I'm so proud of you. Love your twin. So your twin or your actual true divine counterpart, you're already on each other's spiritual radar, and they're trying to pull you out of this. Because this relationship right here, this is a false twin. You probably felt like it was a twin, or like a very deep soul connection, because empathic and narcissistic paradox, like the relationships, they are deep, like they're trauma bonds, but it will feel like it's your divine counterpart, but they're not. It's a false twin or a trauma bond. May 22nd could be significant. Hurting you gives me pleasure. I'm sick and twisted. And I love it. Classic narcissistic statement. Your family really did offer you up as a sacrifice. I have proof. I'm just waiting on the right time. And I. Sit down. Somebody's lit. This split. Somebody has decided to split from this partner. Zit. Somebody's so stressed out they got zits. Someone's a clown. Tilt. tilted. Tennessee significant. Indiana, Illinois significant. Texas again. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video.